Happy Taco Tuesday, and it's time for a new vlog. Hopefully everyone's doing great, and hopefully everyone's gonna have a luxurious dinner tonight. I'm gonna have some beef. Oh yes, some beef with maybe... let's go with some great mayo, some mustard, get some beef, little burger mustard, little doodad. Tonight I'm also going to be chilling with some sailing as well too. Oh yes, making some sailing gains. Alright, so level 57 now, racking away at some EXP, and I'm kind of really grinding slowly to the higher levels. A little slow at first, but then again, that's with every 99. Once again, I am not playing this game for 10 hours out of the day like you luxurious bastardos. Some of you bastardos have the luxury of doing. I don't live that lifestyle anymore, so I have a limited amount of time that I utilize on this game. Typically anywhere between maybe 4 to 5 hours per day of RuneScape. 1 hour is dedicated to RuneScape 3, and then typically 4, maybe 3-ish is old school RuneScape. And then I've been trying to do 1 hour on 2004scape also. Should be able to upload a new video on my gaming channel today of 2004scape, so if that's your thing, definitely check out there. Otherwise, uploaded a new video on my main channel, talking about a blue party hat price prediction for next month. Next month in RuneScape 3, there's going to be a critical event that's going to be happening. It's going to be Treasure Hunter going bye-bye. Although microtransactions are not going to be fully leaving. It's not like, hey, we're doing away with everything. It's going to be very different, and I'm almost like 100% positive. I don't want to say 100%, but I'm almost like nearly 100% positive that bonds are, of course, going to still be there. And last month, I ended up spending $130 on double keys. I ended up getting 900 treasure hunter keys for $130. I ended up making 2.2 billion GP. If I had spent 130, I think maybe like $150 on bonds, I would have gone around like something like 2 bill. So the comparison, like if you legitimately want like GP on old school RuneScape or RS3, you just buy bonds, or you can grind out the game like I've done throughout many years. But yeah, I mean, microtransactions, no, it's not fully going away. Is it going to remove a lot of features on RuneScape 3 to make it a less of a pay-to-play option? Oh yeah, definitely. No doubt at all. Afternoon water cheers here. No doubt at all that it's going to be more player friendly, but in theory, every single microtransaction is not going away. Microtransactions are everywhere, and they're only going to get more and more as we progress into this very microtransaction environment nowadays. Shopping has never been easier. I mean, I practically did like all my Christmas shopping straight from my phone. Last year I did a little bit still going to stores, but that's becoming a thing of the past. Okay, so staying back to today's main topic. Like I said, if you want to see other content, definitely check out my other links. Definitely check out my links down below. Sailing, I gotta really update this goal because 70, if this skill is gonna be like a straight AFK to 99, just like Divination was back in 2014, or I should say 2013 Divination came out. You know, I always get that date wrong. 2013, 14, whenever the hell it came out. It was really a shocker of a skill because Jagex just basically pretty much plopped it down on us. And after everybody saw how AFK it really was and the amount of GP you can actually make with it, I ended up sticking with it. Of course, I made GP. I ended up making like over 100 mil. Obviously 100 mil back then was actually still a lot of GP for RuneScape 3. Nowadays 100 mil, it's one bond on RuneScape 3 is like 160 mil. Like, give me a friggin' break here. But still, this 99 is not really so much of a burden. Last night I was doing some sailing as I was watching. I just started rewatching Terrifier movies. A fourth one is coming out soon for any of my horror movie gurus, but I gotta rewatch all of them just because I haven't really sat down to watch the third one yet, so I gotta rewatch the first, second, and third. And then we should get another number 4, and then I gotta watch all 4 of them. I should really bring back horror movie like reviews and stuff, but today's main topic is going to be around what one of you guys wanted me to talk about. Talk about what if RS3 servers close forever. Now, I talk about this like a lot, but I'm going to be talking about it in a different manner, because obviously all the times I bring this up, if RuneScape 3 servers were to severely close down, it would drastically impact old school RuneScape. But what if, hypothetically, Jagex's CEO said, hey, we're going to shut down RuneScape 3 forever, but we're actually not going to impact old school RuneScape? Oh, man. What would that look like? Would that mean that we would be getting a RuneScape 4? Dun, dun, dun! What would RuneScape 4 look like? It's called Dragon Wilds. That's pretty much about it. So that is really... couple possibilities. And if any of you all ever want me to talk about a specific talking point or topic, definitely drop a comment. Please leave your RuneScape username, because the person that left this comment has their, I guess, like, real-life name on their YouTube, like, handler. I don't intend to dox anyone. Or rather, actually, that's really not doxing anyone. For all I know, you could just have a fake... Anyways... Oh, man. I still remember the days of MySpace. Yes, MySpace, for anyone that remembers MySpace. You would, like... I still remember signing up for Facebook, and back in 2008, I remember on Facebook, it was like, hey, you gotta input your real name here. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable putting my real name on the internet. Because on MySpace, you could literally use any name you wanted. But anyways, if you do want me to cover a topic, definitely drop your RuneScape username for a shout out. So, what if RuneScape 3 servers shut down that did not impact old school RuneScape? Because let's be realistic. Let's say hypothetically RuneScape 3 did shut down, and Jagex wanted to bring microtransactions to old school RuneScape. Well, we're really SOL, shit out of luck. It's gonna happen whether we wanted to or not. But at the same time, what if theoretically, it did not impact old school RuneScape? So it would be a couple possibilities. One, we would be getting maybe RuneScape 4. That's pretty ironic and laughable. But I mean, why wouldn't that really be a thing? RuneScape Classic lasted for several years, and Jagex said, hey, we're gonna be changing RuneScape to RuneScape, Deuces too. And they really didn't talk about RuneScape 3 up until, like, because a lot of people really forget this. Evolution of Combat was dropped during RuneScape 2. And then Jagex transitioned into RuneScape 3. It's not like we got Evolution of Combat, and then it's not like we got RuneScape 3, Evolution of Combat, oh shit, this sucks. RuneScape literally became different, like, overnight, and the RuneScape 2 ended on a very sad note. Probably really should talk about that in a future video. But then again, we can talk about it right now. Actually, yeah, RuneScape, that is actually a little depressing to think about. RuneScape 2 really ended on a very, very sad note here. And the sad note that it ended on was basically pretty much that it just got a royal kick in the nuts. But RuneScape 3 is something entirely different. So one of the reasons why, if RuneScape 3 servers legitimately did shut down, it could be potentially because of RuneScape 4. It could be transitioning to like maybe, so one would be transitioning to RuneScape 4 or transitioning to like another game. Believe it or not, there are still a lot of people that actually play RuneScape 3, and it's really just not like going anywhere. There's a lot of like haters on RuneScape 3, and by all means, like, you don't like the game, sure, but you gotta understand that, like, if the game goes, there's a really good possibility that old school RuneScape is going to be impacted in a way because Jagex is going to be losing monetary value. It's kind of a little ironic though, because like, so for example, my old school RuneScape account is also my main account on RS3. So therefore, if I didn't play like RS3 at all and just play old school RuneScape, Jagex is still getting membership. Like, it's microtransactions are a really big feature in RuneScape 3. And that's also what like irritates a lot of people. And I mean, it's the damn truth. It really is. I've been talking about this for the last couple months now, and so many people have came to the conclusion what's going to end up after Treasure Hunter. It's not really going to bring people back to the game because the damage has already really been done. It's pretty much like, oh man, this might be a very bad example, but let's say that you live on gas station food your entire life, and now you want to transition to a whole food diet. Like, sure, you're going to feel a lot better, but you got to understand the gas station food, it's probably going to cause a lot of things go wrong inside of you. Ugh. Sorry, I had to slip that one in there. That's what she said. But one way RS3 servers could really shut down is obviously transitioning to another game. RuneScape, like Dragon Wilds, may very well take off and people may transition there. But it's very much like, as long as people are still on RuneScape 3, you're not going to really see the servers like shut down. Now, have people slowly been like bleeding off RuneScape 3 and have people been coming back to old school RuneScape, or has old school RuneScape actually been gaining more traction? Oh yeah. Like, we have had a massive old school RuneScape like player base like growth in the last like year and stuff, which has been legitimately like pretty wild and awesome. A lot of people forget about that too, because the thing about it is that you got to remember, old school RuneScape is what so many people remember RuneScape as when they ended up like leaving the game. So if people come back to RuneScape, they're not going to like automatically basically pretty much like flock to RuneScape 3. It's very rare. I had to use this image in the background here. Zombie book on Amazon. Link is down below. Anyways, why is this, hold on. Screen is all messed up here. Come on. Come on, big screen weenie. Big screen major weenie over here. Well, anyways, it's what I want to see on the screen is actually here. 213,000 people online. 213,000 people. Now, you would think that old school RuneScape over the years would be slowly like bleeding away, right? it's really actually quite the opposite. Old school RuneScape over the years is definitely gaining more and more traction. I've talked about this several times. Probably maybe not so much on this channel, but on my main channel. Is basically I actually know some people that started playing old school RuneScape back in 2016. They never played RuneScape 2 days, but they know old school RuneScape, and it's pretty humorous because I go ahead and start talking about like a time where there was no Grand Exchange, and by the way, people that I know in like outside of the internet started playing RuneScape in 2016. And when I actually started talking about the Grand Exchange, I got stared at like, what do you mean there was no Grand Exchange? Yeah, a lot of people totally forgot that aspect. What do you do if there's no Grand Exchange? It's kind of really funny because trading other people are probably at like an all-time low. But I mean, overall, RuneScape 3, there are people still on RuneScape 3. Now, is it comparable to old school RuneScape? So this is actually something that a lot of people kind of really forget in a way. So on the top of RuneScape 3, you see 242,000 people online, right? That is a false number, okay? I remember that I used to actually say, holy crap, there's 242,000 people on RuneScape 3. Wrongo. It's actually not. So, 242 minus 213. Am I doing the math right? Hold on one second. I just did the math completely wrong. What is wrong with me? Oh man, I need more afternoon coffee. Hang on one second. Was there 213,000 old school RuneScape or 232? Hold on. 213. Okay. There we go. That's what I thought. I was about to say, there's only 11,000 people on RS3. No way. So, 242 minus 213. 29,000 people on RuneScape 3 compared to 213,000 people on old school RuneScape. So, do the basic math. You're talking a little over like 10% of people if you really want like a dumbed down like actual number. What percent is it? Hold on one second. 200. Give me 1 second. It is why did this come out wrong? Oh boy, this is actually not good. It's some reason my calculator is just fucked up. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. There is the comparison of RuneScape 3 players to old school RuneScape players online is just really laughable. I mean, it is such a humongous difference. So, if hypothetically those 20-something thousand people just like where are they going to go to? Let me ask you that question. Like, where are those people going to? Because not all of those people have old school RuneScape accounts. That's something that a lot of people really like don't like compensate for. Yes, obviously, it's only 1/10 of the amount of people on old school RuneScape, but still, like, where are those people going? Are all those people on RuneScape 3 going to go on to Dragon Wilds? If RuneScape 4... if RuneScape 4 happens, it's going to be mandatory. It's not going to be like, hey, you have a choice. No, it's going to be mandatory. I'm actually really surprised RuneScape 4 is really not, like, came out at all. But, and honestly, I'm really surprised RuneScape 3 is not just renamed to something different. Because like it's kind of humorous because people that just come on to old school RuneScape nowadays, they have like no idea the story really behind RuneScape 3 at all. But yeah, those players are really not going anywhere, so something would have to happen to really make the server shut down. But I mean, the only thing that I can really think about it's just really what I've been talking about is that you got a couple options. If RuneScape 3 servers completely shut down, you're either going to be getting a lot of microtransactions on old school RuneScape, or the 20,000 semi players, and there's obviously a lot more than 20,000, just like there's a lot more than 213,000 people that are playing old school RuneScape. This is only the online currently. But however many people play RuneScape 3, where are they going? Are they going to transition over to Dragon Wilds, or are they just going to say, hey, see you later, RuneScape 3 forever? Are they going to come to old school RuneScape? Let's go ahead and hope that day never comes, because there are so many different variables. And honestly, at the end of the day, if RuneScape 3 did shut down, it would not be good for any of us. Even if you absolutely hate it, it's going to impact your way in some... Let me put it this way. It basically means that there is something wrong with the actual company. Because if a product of a company is going bye-bye forever, is that necessarily a bad thing? I mean, honestly, companies all the time discontinue items that don't sell very well, and then they reinvent new items. That could happen. Like I said, maybe people flock over to RuneScape 4 or Dragon Wilds. I don't know. But it would definitely signal that there, is something wrong. And it just would not really be a good time. Maybe it's going to happen in the next decade or couple decades. Who really knows? Otherwise, on a super duper closing note, if you enjoyed today's episode, definitely thumbs it up. And tomorrow, going to be right back at more content for you all. I'm really enjoying doing these vlogs again. They're not really a burden at all, and they're definitely fun for me. Hopefully, you all are getting value, entertainment. Try to keep it real. Otherwise, yeah, if you would like me to cover a specific topic, drop that below for RSN, please. Otherwise, I love you guys tremendously. Be safe, and we got New Year's Eve tomorrow. Going to be making some content. All right, take it easy, my friends. Be safe, happy sailing, and later.